How many of you got nervous when you heard that I was going to talk about four-letter words? And you know me, there's no filter on me sometimes. But the one thing that I learned doing these different paths, and this path in particular, and from all the things that I've done with Toastmasters in all my travels in life so far, because there's four words, four-letter word, three four-letter words, that's 12, three four-letter words that you really need to know. And I think I might have stole this from Sherry, but I didn't have her. The first word is open. You have to be open. You have to open up your mind. And even if you're re-seeing for the second time something that you've traveled through before, you need to re-see it. You need to realize that there's still benefit from it. Some of you still reread your Bibles, don't you? And you also need to be open to new ideas. That's so important, particularly as we go into pathways in the online medium. So open would be the first word. You have to re-see the old and have new ideas. And the next word is move. You have to have your mind open and you have to move. If you have knowledge and there's no movement, you're only one step above a statue. You've done a bunch of mental exercises, but it's no good. It's no good without movement. And the other thing you have to realize is sometimes you have to take small steps. Sometimes it's the small steps that get you there. I can remember when I went to my first Toastmaster meeting, there's no way I could do this. There's no way I could do this. And finally, I started taking little bitty bites, going up the food chain until, oh, I can be an evaluator. Oh, I can be a Toastmaster. Oh, I can. And it's the steps that make us strong. And then the biggest thing, if you're going to move, you have to go light. You have to get rid of all that baggage that's been holding you back. That, oh, I can't speak. Oh, I'm afraid to talk in front of these people. I just can't do this. I'm not worthy. I'm not able to do that. You have to go light. The only thing you need to bring with you from the past is things that are going to serve you, things that are going to uplift you, things that are going to move you forward. The trick about going forward, and Darren LaCroix talks about it in his speech, ouch, any of you that have seen that, and I'm going to pirate this straight from him. Even if you fail, you fall forward if you're moving. So never be afraid. There was one group I was in at one time, they said, dare to suck. Dare to be bad, because at least you're moving forward. And the third four-letter word, which is possibly the biggest, the most important, is love. Whether you have a success or whether you flop, you've got to love it, because everything you do is a learning experience. Oh, go back to open minds. Go back to step one. Everything you do is a learning experience. So even a failure is a learning experience. You learn, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not happy with that. Another thing you got to really be cognizant of is you aren't making this journey alone. You're with other people. They run the gamut from everybody that you know and love to people that you wouldn't walk across the street to throw a glass of water on if they were on fire. You have to love the people you're traveling with. And some of them will actually teach you some of your best lessons, even though you don't agree with them. They will teach you your life lessons. So you have to love the people you're traveling with. And I heard this the other night, and it's never so true. The main person you need to love is you. You need to love yourself because you can't love anybody else until you love yourself. And one of the ways you love yourself is to move, take small steps, get rid of the things that are holding you back, and it will enable you to love yourself. So the 3 4-letter words that I want you to engrave on your brain is to open, to move, and to love. That will bring you success no matter what you do, whether it is Toastmasters or whether it is another job. Namaste.